Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPD Level 5 questions for 5001 assessment for 2025-26. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on. The problems following the takeover can first be explained through organizational culture theory, particularly Shine's 3 levels of culture. Calmere House had a strong, values-driven culture based on personal care, employee involvement, and trust. Artifacts such as regular staff meetings and personalized resident rooms reflected deeper values of compassion and collaboration. When Chaffinch Group imposed a hierarchical, bureaucratic structure, these visible and underlying cultural elements changed abruptly. The shift from a flat structure to multiple reporting layers reduced autonomy and removed direct access to leadership. Employees who were used to being consulted were now instructed without discussion. This cultural misalignment created uncertainty, resistance, and disengagement. Research shows that when there is a clash between existing and imposed cultures, morale and performance decline. The failure to manage cultural integration carefully is therefore a major reason why dissatisfaction and turnover have increased. Lewin's leadership theory helps explain employee dissatisfaction. Kirsten's consultative style encouraged participation, empowerment, and shared decision-making, which supported high engagement. In contrast, Kath's autocratic approach focuses on compliance and control. This sudden change reduced employee autonomy and removed opportunities for involvement. Self-determination theory suggests that employees are motivated when 3 psychological needs are met: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Under the new regime, autonomy has decreased. Employees feel less valued, and teamwork has weakened due to turnover and agency staff. As these psychological needs are frustrated, intrinsic motivation declines. Employees who once felt committed to residents and the organization now feel disengaged and powerless. This explains rising sickness, absence, and resignations. When leadership style fails to align with workforce expectations, morale suffers and organizational performance declines, which is clearly visible at Calmere House. The concept of the psychological contract, developed by Rousseau, provides further insight. The psychological contract refers to the unwritten expectations between employer and employee. At Calmere House, employees expected involvement, respect, and stability. Although their formal contracts may not have changed, the takeover altered these implicit expectations. Policies were introduced by email, communication reduced, and agency workers were hired without thorough assessment. Employees may perceive this as a breach of trust. Research shows that when employees believe their psychological contract has been broken, they respond with lower commitment, reduced performance, and higher turnover intentions. Emotional reactions such as frustration and hopelessness are common. The increased sickness, absence, and resignations suggest that employees feel let down. This perceived breach explains why morale has deteriorated so quickly after the acquisition. Cotter's 8-step model highlights several areas where change management may have failed. Successful change requires creating urgency, building a guiding coalition, developing a clear vision, and communicating consistently. In this case, employees were informed of the sale but not actively involved in shaping the transition. Communication appears limited and largely top-down. Without a shared vision, employees struggle to understand the purpose behind structural and policy changes. This increases resistance and uncertainty. Furthermore, quick wins and employee empowerment do not appear to have been prioritized. Instead, strict policies and hierarchy were introduced immediately. Change imposed without engagement often results in reduced morale and performance. The absence of structured change management processes has therefore contributed significantly to employee dissatisfaction and operational decline at Calmere House. Kahn's theory of employee engagement suggests that individuals engage fully at work when they feel psychologically safe, meaningful, and available. Under Kirsten's leadership, employees experienced meaningful work, strong relationships, and a sense of belonging. Following the takeover, these conditions have weakened. Psychological safety may be reduced if employees fear challenging autocratic decisions. Work may feel less meaningful if personalization and care values decline. As engagement falls, absenteeism and turnover rise, increasing reliance on agency workers who may lack cultural alignment. This can reduce service consistency and resident satisfaction. The departure of long-term residents and difficulty attracting new ones indicates reputational damage. Lower occupancy directly affects revenue, meaning that disengagement is now impacting financial performance. Therefore, organizational behavior theories clearly explain how cultural, leadership, and change management failures have led to current operational problems.